One of the things that you said that resonated, and I noticed every real estate agent write it down, was where you said start early on, maybe not at the start, but start early on with talking about a weakness.
Right.
And why? What's the philosophy or the thinking behind that?
Okay, so the idea is, of course, you don't walk in and say to somebody,
This
let
is
me
the
tell you all the things that are wrong with me, my company, my... No. You say, begin with positives, and then relatively early, you say, of course, here's a drawback that I want to be honest and tell you about. It establishes you as a trustworthy source of information about the next thing you say. And you want to know where to put your strongest argument? It's right after you've admitted a weakness. Because people are listening to you differently now. They're believing the next thing you say. And if that is your strongest argument, now it wins like never before.
What are your 3 core messages of success in real estate?
I think the first is to know what your why is.
Yeah.
Know your why, know what your goal is. Second, you got to have a plan. You got to plan it out. What are you going to do what do you want on an annual basis, on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, on a daily basis? Third, you got to know what activities you're going to do to work that plan. And fourth, you've got to have discipline, accountability, and you can't give up. You just can't give up, because you know, and I know for a fact in 43 years, if you keep doing what it is that you know you're supposed to be doing, you have to succeed. You have to succeed.
You're a new real estate agent. You roll in, somebody questions your credentials. What they're really wondering is, do you know what I'm faced with? Right. All of that goes away as soon as you're saying, all right, this is what's going on in your market today. Homes go on, and then you start laying out any sort of insight and information into the market, which you got when you took the class, let alone in the information that you gathered while you were there. You begin to lay out an understanding not only of what they're faced with, and offer them the slightest bit of insight, the simplest piece of information, and say, you know, right now I know you're worried about what's the best price for your home. I know you're worried about how you got to get your home prepared. And I know you're wondering what happens when sales break down between signing the agreement and never close. So you're looking for a professional that understands how to navigate these issues for you with the minimum of fuss, so that you're not laying awake at night wondering whether or not your house is going to sell. And then shut up, because your client is going to look at you and say, this guy or gal knows what I'm scared of.
Yeah.
What the Haiti father said to me after I laid out in 10 seconds what he was faced with, he said, tell me what you want me to do. And that's how you get your potential client to look you in the eye and say, tell me what we need to do, as soon as you've laid out to them that you understand the market.
Okay, guys and girls, that is absolutely gold. And I just want everyone to understand that Chris basically said there, he did not spend any time giving people his autobiography. He didn't go off and tell people, this is my CV. He basically said, I see the world as you see it. And they connected straight away. They didn't then, you know, in any way question what you were going to say, because they thought, he gets it. He gets it. Now you've got their attention. Love it, love it, love it.
Gary.
Yes, sir.
If you were disrupting real estate in Australia, what would a disruptor look like?
Be a media company.
Wow.
Podcast, blog, written word. Don't just do the normal, I'm a real estate agent, I list it, I send direct mail, I put my picture on a billboard, I'm the biggest in this town and it's always good. I can't wait for some of you to get crushed because you're the biggest in your town and some kid's gonna listen to what I'm talking about and put you out. And you deserve it because you became complacent because you were the leader in your market.
Gary, I told you off camera before, a lot of what you said in jab, 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 right hook or
yes,
hook,
right hook.
And crush it, thank you economy. I've used it in my own, in the real estate gym, which most of the people that are at Arica are aware of it or part of it. Can you elaborate for those that haven't read those books? Jab, jab, hook in a short instant. What does that mean?
On social media, give, and then take. Right. Don't post on Facebook, here's my listing, here's my listing, here's my listing. If you're, what's West End you said?
Yeah.
If you're selling homes in the West End, homes, right?
Yeah.
If you're selling homes in the West End, why don't you make a video every day reviewing the stores and public spaces and school district and teachers and interview people around the West End 5 times, and then the 6th post talk about your listing. All of a sudden you become the West End expert.
Yeah.
You become the Yelp.
Yeah.
The, you know, the whatever you guys have in your country of West End.
Okay.
Give, and then ask.
Okay.
You know what I do on social media. I give away all my content.
Yeah.
Then every 2-3 years I have a new book. Then I go in for the push.
Okay. Thank you, economy.
Word of mouth is how every one of you have sold homes. When's the last time you sold a home and then 6 months later sent the person that bought a home a flowers, a fruit basket, a nice bottle of Barossa Valley Shiraz, and the note said, you know, it's been 6 months, not when you sold it and there's a nice little bottle of wine in the house because you just sold it. No, 2 years later. 2 years from the day that you closed the deal and you sent them a nice bottle of Barossa Valley Shiraz and said, hey, you've been in the home for 2 years now. Hope everything's super well. Enjoy this great bottle of Dead Arms Shiraz, McLaren Val on that one. You know what will happen when you send that $47 bottle of Shiraz to that person's house? He or she's gonna share that bottle of wine with a mate who happens to be in the marketplace for a home, and you're gonna close a deal. You're only going after new business. You're not going back and thanking people in the past. Word of mouth is how people sell stuff. I wrote the Thank You Economy to show them all the ways to create word of mouth events.
Okay. Gary.
By the way, I love that tactic.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody of the 4,000 has ever done that.
Yeah, because Gary, everyone.
Because you're on to the next one.
Yeah. What's the key to delivering an incredible pitch to someone that you're trying to sell them your services?